In this video, I transformed this into this.
In the back of the barn, where the sawdust flies, dreams take shape under open skies. With a hammer in hand and a spark in the heart, every scrap's a story.
Okay, I glued this up, and this thing's heavy, so went through and just wanted to get it done. But one thing that you kind of should have anticipated, but I didn't. So you notice that seam there. It's got a little bit of a gap going down, so go down through here. Just kind of goes to there. It's maybe a 32nd of an inch gap in the center. On the end, it's pretty tight down here, but it's not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the track saw, cut along that seam, and that's going to actually flatten both sides to each other. We're going to glue it back up and hopefully not have a seam. Okay, so here's the results of the glue up that I just did. You notice that the difference between the seam I had before and what I have now, it's pretty tight. When I go to sand and do light filling, it will be much less to do. So definitely more pleased with this outcome than the last. I'm only going to be using about 6 inches of 1/2 of this, because I need 31.5 inches. So these panels come in 25-inch widths for what I was looking at for the length. So I needed to glue the two together to fit kind of the barn area. So a little bit of extra. Might find something to use that extra for in the future. Got a couple ideas of mine, but have to go see what I put together. But here's this for now. We'll leave this to dry. Once we get done with that, start getting it sanded, and then get onto the cabinet.
If you can dream it, you can build it.
Okay, so I've got a friend of mine that says my rough sketches are full-on blueprints, but here's kind of another rough sketch of what I'm looking at to do for this cabinet. From what you could tell from the overall, I can't have the cabinet go all the way up against the wall at the bottom because I have to account for the dryer vent going out. So I'm going to leave the back of this cabinet open. There's going to be some strips to basically attach it to the wall, but it's going to be open in the back to allow for moving those things around, plus cleaning out the dryer vent in the future if I need to. You notice right up here, this is the top. This is the base here. Kind of roughing that out to make it a little bit better. Refined for just the cabinet itself, calculating the doors, the toe kick, face frame, etc. Where I'm going to put doors. Here's like how big I want the doors to be. But I go from this and I develop a little bit more refined. Here's a side sketch view. This is more to scale. It's going to tell me kind of the feel for how I'm going to cut out these things. So anything with a dash line is the back panel here, the bottom panel. There's going to be a panel up top to basically attach it, some bracing up top to kind of attach the top to the top of the cabinet. And then the measurements just where I need to cut for those. So this gives me an idea of what I need to cut out and how much material I'm going to need for that. That's a side view, and then I've got a front view as well. Fairly simple design, but the most complex is going to be these side panels. I need 2 of these side panels, so I'm going to get started cutting those now.
The sun comes up, I lace my boots. Coffee strong, no time for roots. Hands like a leather, heart of steel. Every day I turning wheel. The sweat runs down, the work don't end, but I ain't breaking, I'll just fail. Raise your glass to the grind, to the sweat and the dirt we leave behind. We're building dreams one nail at a time. So here's to the hustle, the climb, the shine.
Now you notice in that last clip I adjusted the thing and had to cut because I had labeled from a previous project not square on something when I had to make an out of square cut to make something fit. So it's a little tip that I've done in the past is just write not square whenever I do that. And I had to use the track saw to square up that corner, but now this is square. So this is going to be the bottom panel of the cabinet. And definitely catching that before I actually made the cut is pretty important, because otherwise this thing would have been giving me headaches when it came time to assemble. So if you have something that you need to do like that, recommend just labeling not square in the corner. That way you don't have any mistakes later on if you go to use a scrap or something.
We're building dreams one nail at a time. So here's to the hustle, the climb, the shine. They say life's a mountain steep and tall, but I'll keep climbing, I'll take it all. Every scar and every tear, they're just proof that I've been here.
Okay, what you're looking at here is the left side of the cabinet. You've got the toe kick down here. Here's the cutout in the back that is going to allow me room to access my dust collection, or rather vent for my dryer. I'm going to get the rest of the parts sanded, ready to go, and start attaching those. You notice I drilled pocket holes for all those parts, so I'll show me getting all those put together, building this up, then we'll get this thing finish sanded and a clear coated finish before we move on.
So the couch, the bed, the old TV, pack my life in a trunk with a busted key. Left behind the weight of a worn-out plan, chasing dreams with empty hands.
Okay, here's the finished cabinet. Well, the finished case at least. We need to build the face frame, doors, drawer, all that fun stuff. Then once we get all that stuff done, we can get through and paint it up and make sure it looks really nice and presentable in our laundry area. So this is the back. I'll mention before, I have cut out to make sure we have plenty of room. So okay, what you see here is the boards, or the board I'm going to be using for the face frame. If you look down this thing is it's pretty straight, but it's technically rough lumber. These edges definitely are not true, and the surface over here needs to be cleaned up. So one thing that you probably notice, I do not have a jointer. Really, I used to have one a long time ago, and I used it probably every once in a while, and honestly I didn't think it was worth the space that was taking up my shop. There's other ways to get a nice true edge, and you've seen me use the track saw to make edges to glue up panels and those sorts of things. And that's what I'm going to use for this. Is I'm going to use the track saw to get this thing straight on one side.
I'm learning to fly. Sun up and the steel sparks fly. Boots on gravel, sweat runs dry. Welding dreams with fire and grit. Hammer falls, the rhythm fits. On the line where the hard times meet. Every soul's a heartbeat in the heat. Built by these hands, this blood, this ground. From the factory floor to the fields we plow. Raise your glass, it's time to stand. This country's built by these hands.
Okay, now that I have this case built, base frames on, and now I've got a plan for the drawers that are going inside of this. So on this side, I'm going to put a hamper drawer. So basically it's going to be a door around here. It's going to be attached to a drawer base at the bottom that's going to carry a hamper in and out. It's going to be a cloth hamper, so fairly light. Got some pretty decent hinges to go to do that as well. Over here, I'm going to have a door, but inside this door, I'm going to have a slide-out tray at the bottom to carry things like laundry detergent, dryer sheets, stuff like that, and another drawer right here to pull out as well. So that way you don't lose things in the back. The top is just going to be a standard drawer going all the way across the top here. So the easy way to do these, and it depends on your door slide, but most door slides have ½ an inch on each side. So you've got to basically measure your opening where they're going to go. This one being 25 and 9/16. Take an inch off of that. So 24 9/16 is going to be your drawer width for this. I've already calculated out my drawer. The space here, I believe, is 5 inches. I'm going to make, yes, it's 5 inches. I'm going to make a 4-inch drawer, so give a little bit of space above and below to allow it to go in and out. So, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started making the trays down here, the drawer up here, and I still have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do the tray, mostly how I'm going to attach it to the door so it doesn't rack or get pulled out too much. I think I might build some braces that come up to support the door itself. So let me get some material ready, and we'll get those things cut out soon.
Grain of the wood tells a tale of storms it braved and quiet trails. Each splinter speaks, each knot is why the life once lived.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys here how I assembled drawers. Now, this is the drawer that's going to go into the top portion, and the width of this drawer, if you remember, is about 25 inches. The depth is going to be 22. So the way I do it is, for a standard drawer that's going to have a front on it, I do pocket holes. 2 of these drawers are going to have a drawer face on them or a door on them. The other 2 slide out trays aren't going to have that, so I'm going to do those just with glue. But these will get pocket holes, and I put the pocket holes in the front panel and the back panel. And the reason for that is this front panel here will be covered up by the face of the drawer front, And the back panel will be facing the back of the drawer, so you'll never see the pocket holes. So let me go ahead and get these drawers put together, and we'll get them installed.
A dance of tools, a maker's drive. Cut and carve, shape and sand. A story's born by steady hand. The saw hums low, the chisel sings in wood and whispers. Creation.
Okay, what you saw me prep here is the material for the doors and the drawer front. I'm going to go ahead and get it finished up and ready to go. So I've got 2 doors and 1 drawer face to do. This board is wide enough that I'm going to be able to get the entire drawer face out of one single board. I don't have to glue anything together. So fortunate in that, being able to find a piece that was good enough to do that with. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done and get it all put together and get to use the new router table here soon. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's it. Simple drawer face. We'll get that sanded, painted up, and then we'll attach it to the drawer. Okay, here we are at the router table. I've got my rail and style bits for my doors. This is going to be for the ends of the boards, and these are going to be for the sides of the boards. So basically, these 2 bits are matching, and they cut opposing sides. So what I'm trying to do right now is I've got some test pieces that I'm going to be cutting into to get everything set up. I have an idea of kind of where I want things already. So I'm going to go ahead and get this piece dialed in. And then once we get that going, we'll get the other piece set up and aligned. And we'll use these as our setup blocks for the rest of the pieces. So I think I like that. It's going to be a little bit of a lip in there. We'll go with that. We'll move the fence up. What I want to do is I want to have this bearing kind of follow along this fence. So the bearing here on the thing, you see how it's out from there. I'll bring that fence out to where it's right there alongside that. And once that's good, lock in one side. And lock in the other side. The fence openings are pretty good right now, already adjusted, so I'm not going to worry about opening or closing those. I think those are good where they're at. Let's get the dust collection going and start cutting some pieces.
For 26 years I rode the tide, salt in my veins, the sea my guide, from port to port, from dawn till dusk. Steel decks creaked, held all my trust, and the stars above, they knew my name, but the faces below, they knew my flame. We swore by the way, by the brine.
Okay, now that I've got all these pieces cut out, I've got to measure to see how big my panel is going to be. My panel basically will be the width of this line to this line. That's how big the groove is in the bottom all around. So this is going to be a beadboard front to match the rest of the cabinets. But just get this cut out, glue these together, and then I can put the same edge profile on the outside all the way around like I did on the drawer front. So it'll have that feature around it. But that's one door frame that is complete. Well, partially complete. We just got to get the rest of the things done. Okay.
Decks may rust and sails may tear, but bonds like these don't disappear through the static hum of a distant call. I know they catch me if I fall. From the bow to the stern we remain, through calm waters, through the hurricane. Anchored hearts, they never drift. Years can pass, but they still live. Drop the hat, call the name. Brotherhood's not bound by fame.
Okay, now that I have the door fronts out of the clamps, this is all glued up. Still need to sand all this, but what I want to do is put the edge profile on this. Same thing that I did with the drawer face, which you can see over here. I'm going to put that edge all the way around here, and I'm going to get the router table set up, turned on, and I'm going to get those put on now.
Barefoot summers on Carolina clay, sweet tea sunsets and tobacco haze. The fields stretch wide as dreams. I packed them up at 18. Mama cried by the porch light. Daddy just said, do it right.
Okay, so we have the drawer face here that we're going to put or drill out for the handle. This is what we have in our house. So I'm going to drill out. This is a 3-inch spacing between holes. I have this jig here. It's fairly cheap, no name jig off of Amazon that I got. So the way this works is you set the distance between the stop here and the center here halfway through your drawer. So I've already done the measurement for that. And then you set these 1.5 inches either side of this here. And then wherever you want your drawer to be, I just picked halfway down. So halfway down from the top is here 3 inches. This is a 6-inch drawer face. So basically, you line this up tight to this edge right here, and then you pull it tight to this right here, make sure everything's square and pulled tight. Once it's on there, you take and you punch in the holes. Once you're punched in, you can grab your drill and drill the hole. Okay. Now come in here on these punch holes. Drill in. And then we have our spacing for our drawer holes. I'm not going to put the handle in quite yet. I want to use this. I want to show you how I want to use this. Just a second. Okay, now that I've got this drawer face drilled out with the holes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up where I want it on here. So I want to get equidistance from each side, and then I want to get equidistance from there. So once I get that lined up where I want it, I'm going to throw some clamps on here to temporarily hold it in place. Check to make sure all my measurements are good. Needs to come over this way, just attach. There, all right, so we're looking good. Now that I have those, I'm gonna go through these two holes I've drilled. And with the drawer open, it really doesn't make too much of a difference because I can actually go in from the top and do it. But I like to do it this way just so I know that I'm good, and don't put any unnecessary holes because these clamps aren't the tightest. But once I get these screws in here, I can remove those clamps and then come in from the back side with some other screws. So I've got these. All right, now I can remove these clamps. Put these down here. I can pull the drawer open. Now I go in from the inside and attach the drawer front to the drawer. And then I can remove these from the front. Let's get one more in the back. And then what I'll do is I'll go in from the front where I drilled these two holes and finish drilling those through the drawer face. Grab screws for this. Stick those through. And there we go. Completed drawer. So now drawer opens up, it's full extension, and then set this soft close on there. So that's it for that drawer. I'm going to go ahead and start getting some stuff ready for the bottom drawers. Okay, just like that, I am finished putting the drawers in. So as I mentioned before, we have these two pull-out trays. These are going to be behind a door, but these both pull out, basically allow you to put stuff in there. This is where the hamper is going to go. This is actually going to be connected to the door. This door will have hinges on it, open up like a normal cabinet door will. This one is going to have a handle, but when you pull it, it's just going to pull this tray out. Hamper is going to sit in here, be able to slide in and out through there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these doors set up here and try to get these mounted. Probably just going to go in from the back side back here to attach those once I get it clamped onto the front.
The pines whisper low, their needles bend, a hollow in circles, no beginning, no end. just red dirt where the kazoo crawls, and shadows of factories, abandoned walls. Oh, hollow hills and bitter pills, they grind us down, they always will. Where the rivers run but dreams stand still. Hollow hills and bitter pills. Mama's hands, they're trembling thin, counting out coins for the medicine. A boy on the corner with eyes so lost, deal salvation, but at what cost? The preacher says we reap what we sow. But how can a garden bloom in this sorrow?
Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've remounted the drawer slides here, and you notice I've got these standoffs. It's a 1/4 inch standoff here. I got one at the bottom as well that will give me the clearance that I need. I also had to move the mounts in the back 1/4 inch to the left, basically giving me a little bit of extra space. You saw me trim down the drawers, did 1/8 of an inch on each side to give me that 1/4 inch. Got my drawer slides remounted here, so let's go ahead and toss them in here and see if they fit and get the door on. Okay, first drawer is a success. Second drawer is a success. Now we'll take the door, clip that back into place. All right, so door closes fine, door opens fine, and doors open fine, drawers open fine. So
Sawdust flying dust in my head. Every cut precise, every measure fair. Wood speaks, whispers secrets it shares. Drill, the rhythm saw the beat. Wooden hands where art and labor meet.
Okay, this is take number 3. My microphone just decides to keep cutting out. Replace it, so hopefully we can get through this video without losing audio again. So this is the completed build for the laundry room upgrade. Fairly simple, just put the cabinet, custom sized cabinet to fit in between. These standard cabinets are not this tall. This one's 39.5 inches tall to fit, to allow space for the washer and dryer on either side. The countertop goes back, it's 31.5 inches deep, front to back, so fairly deep, but I can still reach the back. With that being said, it's super heavy. I did it by myself, put it in, but probably should have got some help. But anyways, you noticed before the space between the washer and dryer was a catch-all. Basically, we put a laundry bin or basket there. It would fill up, overflow. Laundry detergent would be in there. different cleaning implements, that sort of thing. This is just going to give us a little bit more organization to the space, make it look a little bit more presentable. So we just got your standard drawer up top, open up to full depth. This is the pull-out tray that's going to allow to put a hamper in. The hamper that I originally ordered is a little bit too big. I have another one on its way. It'll be here in a couple days. We'll get that put in place. This side is a drawer or a door with 2 drawer trays that pull out. This is going to be good. Put our detergents, soaps, cleaning supplies, dryer sheets, that sort of thing. We got one at the top, one at the bottom. That and probably should help us keep our organization a little bit better while we're in here. If you notice the original cabinets up top, I tried to match the style best I could. It's got this beadboard panel and this kind of molded edges along here. We have the same thing here. The only thing that you may notice a difference is I don't have the dark areas in here yet. No place locally has glaze, so we had to order it online. So we're waiting for that to arrive. Once that gets here, we'll go ahead and get that put into place. But going down, the toe kick will have it as well. The doors around the edge on the end panel and around the drawer. So that should be a quick fix once all that stuff gets here. But other than that, this is a completed project. Thanks for watching. Appreciate sticking through, and please like and subscribe.